Proverbs 30 verse 6 says, "Do not add to his words, lest he rebuke you and you be found a liar." But what about Deborah? Some may add. Many point to Deborah in Judges chapter 4 through 5 as proof that women can hold authority. But the book of Judges portrays a time of spiritual decline, not normative order. Judges 5 verse 7 says, "In those days there was no king in Israel, and everyone did that which was right in his own eyes." Deborah's leadership was an exception permitted in a period of national disobedience when villages ceased, as Judges 5:7 says, because men had failed to lead. Far from endorsing female headship, the story exposes the weakness of men like Barak, who hesitated until a woman rose to action. Even Deborah herself rebuked Barak's reluctance, saying in Judges 4 verse 9, "The journey you are taking will not be for your honor, for the Lord will sell Sisera into the hand of a woman." That was a rebuke, not a commendation. The text highlights God's grace in using a woman when men refused their calling, not his approval of reversing his design. In 2 Kings chapter 22, verse 14 through 20, the prophetess Huldah delivered a word from the Lord rebuking King Josiah's reforms. But Huldah's ministry was not one of pastoral oversight. What about Isaiah's wife, the prophetess? Nowhere does Scripture show her exercising authority or teaching men. The title is honorary and relational, not functional. Then what about Priscilla and Aquila instructing Apollos? Acts chapter 18 verse 24 through 26 records that Priscilla and Aquila explained to Apollos the way of God more accurately. Note the two key points. One, the teaching was private, not public. And two, the instruction came from a husband and wife team, not from Priscilla alone. The passage demonstrates the value of godly couples in ministry, not the endorsement of female pastors. What about Phoebe, the servant of the church at Cenchrea? Romans chapter 16 verse 1 calls Phoebe a servant, a diakonos of the church. Even if she held a form of diaconal ministry, it was one of service, not authority. The same chapter lists other women who labored much in the Lord in Romans 16 verse 6 and 12. Yet none are called pastors, elders, or overseers.